Have you ever caught yourself going above and beyond, hoping that someone would notice your efforts? Perhaps it's at work, in a relationship, or even within your circle of friends. You're consistently trying to prove your worth, craving validation, waiting for recognition that never seems to come. If this sounds familiar, it's time to shift your mindset and stop begging for attention. You deserve to live with confidence, assurance, and an unwavering belief in your own worth, without needing the approval of others. This cycle of seeking attention can leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, and frustrated. The truth is, we live in a world that often rewards outward appearances and noise over genuine effort and inner strength. But that doesn't mean you need to play along. Learning to recognize your own value, to carry yourself with quiet confidence, and to stop begging for attention is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. The problem with seeking attention. Let's start by understanding the problem. Why do we seek attention in the first place? As humans, we are wired for connection. From a young age, we are taught that validation from others is a sign of approval. Whether it's a gold star in school or applause after a performance, we come to associate recognition with success. This continues into adulthood, where social media likes, comments, and approval from others can become a form of currency for self-worth. But here's the catch: when we tie our worth to the approval of others, we give away our power. We place our happiness in the hands of someone else, waiting for them to recognize us, to validate our existence. This is where the danger lies. You start to believe that if you're not being seen, you're not worthy. You begin chasing validation from people who may never see your true value, and that's a losing game. How to break free from the need for attention. So how do you break free from the cycle of seeking attention? It begins with a shift in perspective. You must recognize that your value doesn't depend on how many people notice you. Your worth is inherent, and you don't need anyone's validation to confirm it. Here are some key steps to stop begging for attention and find true inner confidence. 1. Stop chasing external validation. The need for external validation often stems from a deep-rooted insecurity. We doubt ourselves and look to others to reassure us that we're doing okay. But chasing after compliments and recognition from others is exhausting. Instead, focus on cultivating your own self-esteem. Practice affirming your worth through your actions and thoughts, not through the reactions of others. 2. Set boundaries. When you are constantly trying to please others, you lose track of what matters to you. Setting boundaries is essential to breaking free from this pattern. Stop saying yes to everything just to make others happy. By respecting your own time and energy, you'll start to value yourself more. When you set boundaries, you show others that your worth isn't negotiable. 3. Recognize your own achievements. One of the reasons we seek attention is because we feel that our efforts are going unnoticed. But the truth is, you don't need someone else's applause to recognize your own achievements. Take time to reflect on what you've accomplished, big or small. Celebrate your wins, even if no one else is there to clap. This will help you internalize your own value and reduce the need for external validation. 4. Cultivate inner confidence. Confidence isn't about being loud or constantly seeking the spotlight. True confidence comes from within, and it's something you can cultivate through self-awareness and self-acceptance. Start by acknowledging your strengths, talents, and what makes you unique. Remind yourself regularly that you are enough, regardless of whether others acknowledge it or not. The power of silent confidence. There is something incredibly powerful about carrying yourself with silent confidence. This kind of confidence isn't flashy or attention-seeking. It doesn't need to be loud to be noticed. Silent confidence is about walking into a room with your head held high, knowing your worth, and not needing anyone to tell you who you are. When you have silent confidence, people will naturally be drawn to you, not because you're demanding their attention, but because they can sense your self-assurance. Silent confidence means being comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to perform for anyone or prove anything. It means showing up authentically and letting your actions speak for themselves. Over time, people will notice, not because you're shouting for attention, but because true confidence is magnetic. Stop trying to prove yourself. We've all been there. That moment when you bend over backward trying to prove yourself to others, hoping they'll finally see your worth. But here's the hard truth. You will never be able to convince someone to see your value if they are unwilling or unable to do so. No matter how much you try, some people simply won't appreciate what you bring to the table. And that's okay. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. The only person whose opinion truly matters is your own. Stop seeking approval from those who don't see your worth. The right people, those who truly value and respect you, will recognize your greatness without you having to beg for it. Choose yourself first. One of the most empowering things you can do is choose yourself first. This doesn't mean being selfish or dismissing the needs of others. It means recognizing that you are worthy of love, respect, and recognition, and that you don't need to compromise your value to get it. When you choose yourself first, you stop begging for attention from others because you no longer need it. You are no longer waiting for someone else to validate your existence or make you feel worthy. You already know that you are enough, and you live your life accordingly. Focus on purpose, not attention. Instead of focusing on how much attention you're getting, shift your focus to your purpose. What are you passionate about? What drives you? When you are aligned with your purpose, the need for attention fades into the background. You're no longer concerned with who's watching you because you're too busy pursuing something meaningful. When you live with purpose, people will take notice, not because you're seeking their approval, but because passion is contagious. When you are fully invested in your purpose, your energy and enthusiasm will naturally draw others to you. The power of walking away. There's a tremendous amount of strength in being able to walk away from people and situations that don't serve you. It takes courage to recognize when someone isn't valuing your time or effort and to walk away with your head held high. But walking away is one of the most powerful things you can do for your self-worth. When you walk away, you send a message that you won't settle for less than you deserve. You show that you respect yourself enough not to beg for attention from those who aren't willing to give it freely. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about recognizing your own value and refusing to stay in situations where that value isn't recognized. Confidence over attention, a game changer. Here's the bottom line. Confidence is far more valuable than attention. Attention is fleeting. It comes and goes. But confidence is enduring. It stays with you, no matter who is or isn't watching. When you cultivate real, authentic confidence, you no longer need to chase after attention because you already know your worth. This shift in mindset is life-changing. When you stop caring about who's watching and start focusing on how you feel about yourself, everything changes. You begin to attract the right kind of attention, not because you're seeking it, but because confidence is irresistible. Be unapologetically you. Finally, stop apologizing for who you are. Too often, we shrink ourselves or try to mold ourselves into what we think others want us to be. But the world doesn't need more conformity, it needs more authenticity. Be unapologetically yourself. Own your quirks, your flaws, and your uniqueness. When you show up as your true self, you attract people who appreciate you for who you are, not who you're pretending to be. When you stop begging for attention and start living authentically, you become unstoppable. You realize that your value doesn't come from how much attention you get, but from the person you are. Conclusion: don't beg for attention, command respect. In the end, it's not about begging for attention. It's about commanding respect, and that starts with respecting yourself. When you carry yourself with confidence, set boundaries, and stop chasing after validation, you command attention without ever having to ask for it. So stop begging for attention. You don't need it. Focus on building your inner strength, aligning with your purpose, and living authentically. When you do, the right people will notice, and more importantly, you'll notice yourself. And that's the only validation you truly need. Thank you for watching. Don't beg for attention. Find your inner strength and confidence. Remember, seeking validation from others only leaves you feeling drained and unappreciated. Instead, focus on affirming your self-worth, building inner confidence, and stop waiting for recognition from those around you. As we've discussed, breaking free from the cycle of seeking attention will allow you to live a life full of meaning and freedom. Choose yourself first, align with your purpose, and continuously work on your personal growth. By doing so, you'll not only attract the right people into your life, but you'll also become proud of who you truly are. So, stop begging for attention, step into the world with confidence, and assert your worth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Together, let's create a community of strength and self-assurance. See you in the next video.